Oh my gosh, I must sound pretty weird now. So let's see what's going on. We have some scouting lings. You know, these guys aren't going to get much scouting in. Just see that, yes, Haste's army is quite superior to the army of Splatterpope. We have way oversaturation over here. And, you know, he should move some of those drones over here and get some better saturation on both, more equal at least. And we have upgrades coming for the Lings, which is surprising because he doesn't have an army. But let's see, we don't have any upgrades for our Terran player, but the Terran player is moving in with the Banshees and the heavy ground force. We will be able to see, and there is really no anti-air. So hopefully, oh, great fungals, great wings cleaning up. And the Zerg player is going to be able to clean this up. I am completely, that was great. So these infestors are just absolute money now, especially with the new buff. They give out more damage towards armored units, I think that's what the buff was. But you saw how by throwing down a fungal on those Marines, the Lings were able to come in, sweep up, and just completely clean up. We do see a planetary fortress morphing in over here. And so just as the Zerg is getting ready to make his third, the Terran is already moving in on his third. And so as a Zerg player, you know you are behind. If anyone besides a Zerg, of course, has equal amount of bases to you always want to be a one-up on bases as a Zerg player. Just the economy and staying ahead of the Zerg power comes in the swarm. It's not really these units. These little tiny guys, they don't do much damage. But when there is, 50 Lings knocking at your door, that can wreak some havoc. 2 pages of Lings can really do some damage, but you need the mass quantities. And so right now we have him slowly building up his army. Quite a bit of infestors, a handful of hydralisks, and I think it's a smart thing to not be building any more hydralisks because, I take that back. There are 2 Banshees on the field, 1 more on the way. Those hydralisks will come in handy. As long as he can keep them safe, everything else will be able to, the hydralisks will be able to focus down on the Banshees, and hopefully the Lings will be able to take out the tanks and the Thor. As for the Marines, he should be getting some Banelings, hopefully. He did have Baneling researched, or Baneling's nest, so his third is up. Terran has been mining for a while, and getting everything going. Let's take a look at their harvesters. So you can see the Terran harvesters continuing to build. 51 over 30, it looks like he just built a building, 35. And so, the Zerg player is looking just pretty bad right now, and that's all because of that early Banshee harassment. The Terran player scouted out, saw that he was going for an early hatchery and going for that economy build. He also lost that pesky little harvester back here, doing the little jumpy-doo, and that just might have thrown him off for the entire game. And it's hard to come back from that. A Zerg player would just really have to focus on droning up and just completely leave out all of the, leave out every bit of army just to drone up to catch up to a Terran at this point in time. Especially when Terran has the mules, they're able to really soak up those minerals quite fast. You could see that 1400, that's when the mules are coming, 1500 even per minute for the Terran player, and only 1000. So over the course of 5 minutes, the Terran player is going to have 2500 more minerals than the Zerg player, and that translates. I don't know. I can't do math right now. What is that? Marines cost 50. That's, what is that? Like 50 Marines or something like that. And so we have some scouting going on. The Terran player knows that the Zerg is here. Looks like he was trying to spread that creep up into his base. Good idea, but not going to work out. The Terran player throws down the scan and gets rid of those creep tumors, which are normally invisible, and with the scan they become visible. And so this ball is quite big, mostly mech, a little bit of Terran ball in there. We'll see what happens. See if the Zerg players can be able to take him out. I'm not sure. I do see some Ultralists out on the field already. Oh my! Oh, here it comes. Let's get ready for this. Oh my gosh. So, oh my word. So these Vikings are pretty much worthless. Just to take out any overlords or scouting anything. And, oh, they're moving in. Oh, the siege tanks are just doing so much damage. Oh, and the Banshees, unaided. There's no one to take out Banshees. But so many Infestors, so many Hydralisks, and so many Ultralisks. This is quite an interesting unit composition. But so many tanks, I don't know if the Zerg player can get past this. And so the Terran is just turtling forward. You know, just sieging, unsieging, sieging, unsieging. If they do have Neural Parasite, so if they can get a great great fungal. These Banshees are light, and so a fungal does quite a bit of damage on a Banshee. Maybe, you know, not that much, but enough to cause some damage. He does have cloaking on these. He could cloak them and bring them in. There is an Overseer on the field, but you know, you could still snipe a few units and at least get away. And so he's luring him in, and it looks like all of these Ultras are just, you could see down here, they're starting to just whittle away. These tanks are just blasting through them. Even though Ultras are so strong, they are no match with that many tanks. And I just attribute this to not being able to come back from that early economic harassment. And now the Terran just has the middle of the map. There is no way the Zerg is going to be running past here at all. If he got some Mutalisks out, maybe made a tech switch, it might work out. Let's see what the Zerg is planning on doing. He is expanding, getting melee attacks 3, ground carapace 3, droning up quite a bit. That is good for his Ultras and Lings, but for tanks, that's not the way to go. I think the only way around this is going to be a tech switch with this many tanks. You know, these tanks can't fight Mutalisks, but Mutalisks can't fight them. And with some... Oh, yes! So the Terran player is out of position, and these tanks will be taken out quite quickly. But these Ultralisks, you know, even though they have all this armor, so much armor, they do get taken out by the tanks. This guy got away with 1 HP. That is the luckiest tank alive. The driver inside that tank is praying his brains out, and God blessed him today because he survived. Can you imagine an Ultralist at your front window just hugging you to death? I think that's a husky term. Hugging you to death. And so the Hydralisks are going to come in, push the Banshees away. The Banshees are giving sight to the ground, high ground I mean, and in the meanwhile taking out drones. And there is the Spire. So good tech switch. I'm not sure where the Spire is. Let me look around for it. He must be hiding it somewhere. So that... Oh my, where is it? I'm not sure where it is. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that the Terran player should know about it by now. So hopefully he's always getting... Oh my gosh, 13 Mutalisks on the way. But so many Marines. But with all these links, and he's morphing in Banelings. This is going to be pretty epic, folks. Okay, so the scan, perfect timing, just to see he's going to throw down some Vikings, more Marines going to get thrown down. Hopefully, we see what happens. These tanks, these Banelings, maybe if he runs his Lings in there. These tanks, oh my gosh, run them in there. Don't blast them on the tanks, don't blast them on the tanks. Get the Marines, get the Marines. Oh! But now the Marines are out of position. He's going to take out these tanks and the Banshee. But now the Marines... Oh my gosh. And nothing on the way. Where his minerals are so low. Oh, look how many minerals the Terran player has. This is just all about the economy. You can see that the supply is almost double. But if we can just, I mean, I speak for my Zerg brethren. I am a Zerg player as well, and so I feel for you, buddy. These sieging tanks, oh, I hate them so much. As a Zerg player, it's really hard to get past them, especially when the Marines are just surrounding the tanks and they're not moving out. And these Marines can just completely wipe out a chunk of Mutalisks. And oh, great fungal, just wiped out almost all of the Marines. And so with some Lings and some Mutas, we might be able to take out the rest of these. I keep saying we, I gotta stop saying that. Haste, you're the man, you're the guy who gave me this. I'm rooting for you on this one. So blast that crappy Zerg away. Boom goes the hive. Oh, that's not a hive. That was just the lair. Jeez Louise. And so now the Terran is in the Zerg's base. There's really no way the Zerg is going to be coming back from this. We're pretty much just waiting for the GG. Going to be taking out its last mining expansion. Never mind, I take that back. Oh, I take that back. It is the last mining expansion. It does have an expansion down here, but it is not mining at the moment. He might have just hatched some drones, but without this, everything is gone. You could see his income is just absolutely nothing. And the Thors will clean up the single muta. Few more mutas on the field, but we're pretty much seeing a GG right here. And there it is, GG, well played. I agree. Good game, Haste, and Splatterpope. You both played very well. I just think that early Banshee harassed, as crappy as it is for a Zerg, you know, it pulled the Terran ahead, and Haste came away with a victory. So good job, Haste, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Please comment and subscribe. And this has been Koopzilla with another StarCraft 2 broadcast, signing out. Peace and GG. I love you.